Hello friends, how y'all doing? My name is Marty, and I am back twice in 1 week. Some friends of mine let me use a webcam of theirs, high def. I don't really know that this body needs to be seen in high def, but here we are, high def. You can see more of my messy office. But very appreciative to Jim and Jess for letting me check this stuff out. Very cool. In fact, Jim is a gentleman you will be seeing here soon in an upcoming video. Good friend of mine and owner of Iwaz Recordings. Anyway, that's coming soon. But right now, what are we listening to? We are listening to the Grom North Marhoff split CD called Sovereigns of Northlands. This is easily one of my favorite split releases ever on Astral Wings Records from Poland. This is not the Grom, the ultra sketchy Grom that has been out for a while from Canada, I want to say. But these guys, this is an amazing black metal split, borderlining post-rock, I would say. A couple of these bands, of course, North went on to get a lot more death metal as they progressed, but the rest of these bands, as far as I know, put out this split, and that's it. If you can come across this three-way split, definitely pick it up. It is worth your time and enjoyment. One thing I wanted to do today, I got just a very small bit of metal records left to show you in my main collection. So I'm going to do that. But I first of all wanted to give some shout outs to some people that some of them are friends. Some of them are just people that I watch religiously and greatly respect their channels. There's a lot of people that I watch. I mean, I'm kind of addicted to this medium at this point. So, I mean, there's going to be other people I'm giving shout outs to in the future. But for now, these guys are the guys that I'm really looking forward to every single time. I want to start off by giving a shout out to Myke C-Town. I'm sure he's no stranger to most of you. Super great guy. His channel is just very diverse. He's very smart. He's into the passion that he exudes for this music is top notch. You know, whether he's showing off rap records, you know, which isn't a genre that I'm really into, but the passion he puts into it makes me want to check some stuff out, even though I probably won't. But and he's a total diehard metalhead, hardcore, emo, all that stuff he's into. He shows a lot of black metal. He shows a lot of Death in June type stuff, neo-folk. I mean, he shows everything, and his channel's funny. It makes me laugh. It's insightful. It's very well-rounded, and I know he's been going through some shit lately. Hang in there, Mike. It'll get better. I wish he made more videos, but when he does, they're greatly appreciated. From his record reviews to show reviews to what you want to know, his question and answer forum. Great channel. Definitely check out Myke C-Town if you have not done so. All these shout outs, of course, I'll be putting links to their channels down in the description box below. Next up, a friend of mine. His name is Ben, and his channel is Brainsmasher. Ben rules, and he's, like C-Town. There's a little diversity. He shows mostly metal stuff, black metal stuff, but there's some variety in the genres he shows, which is nice and insightful, funny, great channel. And if you guys haven't, he's kind of new to the scene here, so if you guys have not checked him out, definitely do so. Ben rules, love Ben, and hopefully in the spring I'll be getting him up here and we'll be doing a little tag team one-on-one action with the HD. I don't know how you want to perceive such a comment, but Ben, I'll leave that up to you. I just want to say good job and keep on crushing them. Next up, another guy I look forward to every day. He doesn't post every day, but I'm hoping he does. His name is Eric Bauer. Kind of gotten to know him through Facebook and chatting, and he's a super nice guy, and he's one of us older elite, us old guys with gray in our beards and shit. And that way I can probably relate to him maybe a little bit more than some of the younger YouTube crowd. But you know, Eric's another guy. He shows off a wide array from noise to punk to hardcore to raw black metal and death metal. He's very well rounded, and I really appreciate that. And his opinions I really appreciate because they often mirror my own. Eric, how's it going? Great channel. Please put out a video more than once every 3 weeks. That's all I'm saying. Next up, newcomer, and very interesting. Probably the most unique of the bunch. In his, I don't know his name, but Bog Phantom. He's got a very narrated style where, you know, shows him walking around in the environs that is his area where he lives. Beautiful scenery, water, woods, you name it. He'll stand and hold an album, but put narration over the top of it. It's a very unique way to look at it, a very unique way to present it. I appreciate what he's done. Excellent job. He mixes it up with black metal, some punk, and occult books. He's very into the occult literature. And actually it'd be very interesting to sit in the room, have some beers, and talk to the guy about it. I'm sure he's well versed in it. But how's it going, Bog Phantom? Thanks for watching my channel, and yours rules. Please keep it up. Don't get discouraged. Keep on going. Next up, a guy I've been watching since kind of the beginning, Count Blagorath, Sean. He's a good supporter, and you know, he goes from a lot of rants, you know, off of his things that are bothering him. He'll rant about, and he'll do reviews, he'll do collection updates, and he does it quite frequently, which is nice. And he's a good guy. Check out his label, Celestial Oak Productions. Some good things coming for that label here soon. You guys should all definitely be checking that out. But Sean rules. His channel's good. Definitely, guys, check him out if you haven't already. I mean, he's got like 17,000 subscribers, so if you're watching me, chances are you know who he is, along with most of these guys. Most of these guys have a pretty rabid following, so definitely check them out. Next up, Pete the Guttural Monk. He shows off mostly CDs, which I really do appreciate. I've been showing vinyl, but vinyl is not my preferred medium, believe it or not. It's CDs. CDs are definitely the most durable. They sound the best. And people will say, no, they don't. Vinyl rules. Well, that's fine. Vinyl does rule, but CDs are practical. They're affordable. Anyway, that's getting off the topic. Pete the Guttural Monk, he doesn't really do collection updates. He just basically shows. He will buy everything that he can in the year, like 2016. All he's showing is 2016 releases, which is quite a feat to try to keep up with. I mean, there's a million things coming out, and Pete really does a good job in trying to keep up with it, from, you know, sludge to doom to black to death. And he even produces some music on his own with his own label. So Pete the Guttural Monk, he only posts 4 or 5 videos a year, which I wish was more, but quality. He rips through them, very concise, tells what he thinks, and he's usually spot on with his critiques. So check out Pete the Guttural Monk. And next, another guy, I kind of started off watching him when I first got into this. His name is Scott Waters. He is the singer from the Christian thrash band Ultimatum. And his channel is No Life Till Metal. He shows off a lot of thrash, heavy metal, some death metal. He's not really into it. Not really into black metal. A lot of hard rock, which is not something I really care much about, but his presentation is very professional, and he's a metalhead, you know, and it's very cool to hear his opinions and see some old thrash stuff and some stuff in the Christian scene that I may have known or heard of but never heard or like as well. Good guy, doesn't swear much, and so I can watch his video when the kid's in the room, which is nice. So Scott Waters, definitely check him out if you're into thrash metal, heavy metal, and hard rock. And lastly, Wyattxhim. Thanks for the shout out the other day, buddy, with the channel plug. I appreciate it. And Wyatt is consistent. Every day he's posting a video, which when you're waiting for people to watch, you know, it's nice to know he's going to be there every day. You know, sometimes it's just a collection update. Sometimes it's a review, show review. I may not always agree with the guy, but you know what? He's there and he's doing it. He's providing content, which is very cool. So yeah, I mean, I went from disliking this medium to being completely obsessed with it, and I have to thank two YouTubers for that. One, his name is Derek Higgins. I can't remember where he's from. No, he's not Iowa. Nebraska. Omaha. He's in Omaha. And he shows off a lot of stuff from old, like, Beatles to punk to synth. He's a performer. He's a musician himself, and it is really interesting. He's in his 60s. He's a black man, so I found his perspective to be fresh to my ears, and it was really cool to hear him talk about some of this music and how it affected him growing up. And very cool channel. It got me kind of hooked on the medium, along with another guy. Lazarus is his name, was his screen name. I don't remember his name, but he was kind of more of a, you know, dorky kind of dude, but he showed a lot of power metal and heavy metal and some thrash. And it just showed, you know, the human factor of it all. The fan. It wasn't so much a collector. It was more of a fan loving this music. You know, through those two guys, I started finding and discovering all of you, which has been really, really a nice eye-opening experience. But definitely, I'm rambling. You guys definitely check out the list of people that I've mentioned. There's plenty more that I watch, and I'll probably give shout-outs to later in a future video. But right now, these are the guys that are on my mind weekly, as I'm hoping they post stuff. They're highly entertaining, informative, and a lot of fun to watch. And that's it for that. And I just want to crush through the rest of these records. There's not very many left, and I'd like to do this before a half-hour turns. I've already shown this record before. Wolves in the Throne Room with Diadem of 12 Stars. This is the 3 LP Van Records pressing of this album. It's got the 2 LP Diadem and then a bonus demo record, which I've yet to listen to. I've only been through the Diadem. I haven't gotten to the... But this is really good. This is a trifold record. Very cool. Pretty unique. Moving on. Wolves in the Throne Room. Malevolent Grain. This is a super nice gold foil embossed EP. 2 songs, Illuming Residence and Hate Crystal. Very cool album. A lot of ladies singing on this thing, and it's well done. I mean, if you guys know this band, I really don't need to go on and on about it. And actually, the one I am missing that I would really like to get, if anybody of you have a spare copy of it, is 200s. I do not have 200s on vinyl. So if somebody has it, that'd be awesome. For a reasonable price. Come on. Wolves in the Throne Room. Black Cascade. The Wolves in the Throne Room stuff, this is good. A good album, but it's probably my least favorite of the bunch. Super, super great Southern Lord. This is that Stoughton packaging. Super thick. You know, I'm sure people have shown this a million times, so I don't need to. Printed jackets. Inner sleeves, I should say. Excellent album, but not my favorite of the bunch. This one was a definite step up for me. Celestial Lineage. I'm sure everybody's seen this. I don't know why I'm taking the time to show them, but I am. Again, Stoughton packaging, really heavy duty. Cover, back cover. Getting a glare, sorry. These are just black vinyl. Typically, you know, I don't care about vinyl color too much. To me, you know, everybody says black vinyl sounds. This has got an OBI strip too. Not a traditional Japanese one. It's just an additional. Wow, black vinyl. Black vinyl sounds the best. You know, multicolor shit is cool. It appeals to the collectors. You know, if I can't get that, I will buy it on occasion. But if I don't get it, I'm completely fine with black. Black sounds the best, and you buy records to listen to them, not sit there and look at the pretty marble swirls. Seriously. Next up, Rising Force, Yngwie Malmsteen. This is an old, I got this for $3, record show. First two albums are really good. There's no denying it. Marching Out. Good heavy metal. Big wanky guitar solos. This one is where it kind of started to slip a little bit for me. Trilogy. But, you know, these are albums that turn up super cheap at record shows. You might as well get them because there's always something good on the first three albums. Disagree all you want. It is kind of hard rock. You know, the old gunslinger guitar god thing is kind of well played out. But there's some good songs there. Jeff Scott Soto singing. Can't go wrong with that. This is Zemiel with Nikta. Ultra glossy Hell's Headbangers. You guys have all seen this before. I'm sure people have shown this off. Greek black metal. This is a one-man project. I've enjoyed all the Zemiel releases. Comes with a super glossy insert. I'll show one record because they are kind of unique. Black with like a white and green and gray type of splatter on it. Really atmospheric. The riffs are epic, as is most riffs coming from the Greek black metal scene. This isn't as traditional metal influenced as, what the hell is the last album? Monumentum? I can't remember. That had a very epic metal, true metal vibe to it. This is more spacey, black metal. Excellent release. Definitely check them out. Okay, that is all of the records of all the bands. Now, what I have up here is like a lot of compilations and a few splits I didn't know where to put in my collection. This one I'll be talking about here at a later date, but this is a Doomsday News, the first ever Noise International compilation. Very influential in my musical evolution. Scanner, Rage, Death Row, Coroner, Tankard, Sabbat, Halloween, Vendetta, Celtic Frost, Creator, Voivod. I mean, can you get a better lineup of bands than that? And again, this is going to be discussed at length here in an upcoming video soon, so I'm not going to go there right now. Abigail and Barbados, Sexual Metal Holocaust. This is a split 12-inch between two Japanese thrash black metal bands. I don't know why I kept this, because this is not something, I mean, this is a Bestial Onslaught release, which, isn't that Neil from Krieg's label? I think it is. This is okay, this is good, but the Japanese scene, when it comes to black metal, has never really done much for me. If anybody would like to trade for this, hit me up. Let me see what you got. This is a Drogsang and Morker split 12-inch. Really kind of cheap. I kept this for Morker. I enjoy this band. They're German, kind of Dimmu Borgir-ish, but more cult black metal. So basically it's called black metal with some keyboards. It kind of reminds me of older Dimmu Borgir. I like them, so I tend to hum down the bands I stick around, the bands that I really enjoy. Next up is a Nightbringer and oh shit, I can't remember the other band. That is of no help. I don't know. This is a 10-inch 2-song split with Nightbringer on it. And it shows you how I really could give a crap about this split. I mean, Nightbringer's good. Not somebody I'm listening to a lot for some reason. 10-inch, it's a split. This is another one I'd be willing to trade for. I don't know if I showed the cover. Back cover. It's late. Forever Played Records. This is late, and I was trying to get this done before half hour hit, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen. Nightbringer, and my screensaver turned on. That's helpful. Nightbringer are good, but they're not a type of black metal that I'm typically drawn towards. This is a classic black metal blitzkrieg. This is a End All Life Productions comp. Rare at this point, I would believe. It's a gatefold. There's anything on the inside. The bands on this: Ultra Perversion, Clandestine Blaze, Decibel Omega, Catharsis, Moonblood, Mustasurma, Mutilation, and Svest. Excellent comp. If this turns up, you know what I think? Oh, I have number 89 out of 300. If this turn, I think this might have been reissued on CD through. I'm not going to say that because I don't know for sure. But this is rare, and this is a really good comp. Most of all these bands on here are good, and I think a lot of the songs are exclusive to this. I don't want to quote me on that either, but there's a WNMC promo, Death Records comp, DRI's on here, Dr. No, Mentors, Corrosion of Conformity. This isn't worth showing really. It's pretty well ratted out. I basically just saved it from the record, from the radio station. This, however, classic. Bought this at a place in Grand Rapids called Vinyl Solution back in the day when it came out. This was later for the album. There's only 9 songs on it. You know, obviously the CD and the cassette had way more. It's like a double album. But this had the essential shit: Morbid Angel, Repulsion, Carcass, Godflesh, Napalm Death, Terrorizer, Bolt Thrower, Intense Degree, and Filthy Christians. This is a genre-defining comp and very influential for me to getting into a lot of these bands. Excellent comp. This is another comp that was very influential in my young and hungry years. This I recently found last year used at Vertigo Records in Grand Rapids. I got it for like $14, and it was worth every penny. It's in great shape. This I had on cassette back in the day. Actually, a friend of mine, Scott, had this on cassette, and I dubbed it from him, and I listened to it constantly. Hallows Eve, Exodus, Destruction, Bulldozer, Metallica, Slayer, Celtic Frost, Megadeth, Voivod, Venom, Exciter, Possessed. Classic. This was very instrumental in me getting into this heavy style of music. Check it out. I mean, if anything, it's a nostalgia trip at this point, as are these next two. This is another album that I fucking wore the grooves off of this thing. I had it on cassette and LP. I listened to it constantly. You know, this has all the classic Metal Blade bands: Slayer, Trouble, Hallows Eve, Celtic Frost, Fates Warning, Lizzie Borden, Warlord, Hyrax, Metal Church. It's all here. This is absolutely classic. You know, this isn't as classic as the last one, but still, it's got some great stuff. Anvil, Trouble, Sacred Reich. Not as good as the last one, as the first one, but still a cool comp to have. I found this used. It's pretty well ratted out. And lastly, of this fucking marathon of records, the Speed Metal comp, another WNMC promo. Slayer, Hallows Eve, Hyrax, Voivod, Omen, Cryptic Slaughter, Bloodlust, Sodom, Destruction, Celtic Frost. I mean, really, it's funny. A lot of these comps all share a lot of the same influential bands every single time. There's always Slayer. There's always Celtic Frost. Hallows Eve seems to be on all this early stuff. But, yeah, that's it. As far as the main bulk of my metal collection, that is all my vinyl, other than 2 crates of new shit, some 7 inches, and I will eventually go through the non-metal and hardcore and punk records, which is maybe a section this big. But I want to thank you all for watching and checking me out, and appreciate you all sticking with me. And again, go through my list of shout-outs and check out these guys. They do great work. And yeah, thank you. That's it. We will see you again really soon. Take care.